Hi, I'm Peyton Soysher, the creator of Rankings Right Now. Let's go ahead and go through the homepage of Rankings Right Now. So we're going to start off at Google, and we're going to go to rankingsrightnow.com. And it brings you up to the homepage of Rankings Right Now. Anytime that you go to the homepage of Rankings Right Now, it will show you the current rankings of that week. So this is an example week for the current website. So the projected rankings for week 6 of the 2023 season, meaning these are week 5 games that are happening, and we're trying to project the week 6 rankings. If you can see up front, we have the top 25 teams, or you can select all the teams, but just to keep simple, let's look at the top 25. And you can see of all the teams that are associated with the top 25, meaning teams that are currently projected to be in the top 25, or teams that were in the top 25 and are projected to drop out of the top 25. That is who you're going to see in the projected rankings. If you want to look at completed games, these are the games that have already been finished. In progress are games that are currently going. It shows you the time remaining on the clock, what quarter that they're in. And then scheduled games are games that have yet to come, but one thing that we do have is projected scores of those games. Those are just pulled from Vegas. So when you have these projected scores, current scores, and games that are finished, we have our projections of if all of the games ended right this very second with the scores that they have, whether they're projected or actual, this is what we would expect the rankings to be going into week 6. So, for example, one of the things that you can see is Georgia is currently ranked number 1, and according to the projections, they're going to continue to be ranked number 1, so there is no movement for Georgia. However, if we look at Texas, Texas has a +1 and a green up arrow, which means they're moving up in the rankings. Since they're +1 and they're going to be ranked number 2, that means they're currently ranked number 3 and they're going to move up to the second ranking. Michigan is going down 1 ranking. So since they're projected to be the number 3 ranking and they're dropping down, that would imply that they're currently the number 2 ranking. So we get all of these rankings that happen for each of these teams, and we can see some really big movements. For example, Kentucky is projected to move up 10 slots. Even though there's only 25 rankings that the AP poll and the College Football Selection Committee actually release each week, our algorithm determines all 130 plus rankings for all FBS schools. So even though they're going from unranked from a rankings perspective up into the top 25, we are saying that Kentucky is moving up from the 31 slot to the 21 slot, moving up 10 slots. Florida is dropping down to number 34, which is 12 slots, meaning that they're currently the 22nd ranked team. And why would that be? If we look at the score right now, Kentucky is beating Florida 23-0 with 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. So if this beating keeps happening, we're going to see Kentucky move up a couple of slots and Florida drop out of the top 25. One other thing that's really interesting is as of this moment, that was the snapshot of the day, Ole Miss is supposed to drop from 20 down to 29, and LSU is supposed to move from 13 up to 12. That is because right now the projected score of this game is LSU will win on the road 35-31. But for those college football fans out there, actually realize that this score ended up, I think, being 55-49 Ole Miss, and we see that later that LSU drops down to, I think, 23, and Ole Miss drops to that 11, 12, 13 area. So these things are constantly moving, constantly changing in real time. If you, for some reason, have a desire that you want to see your favorite teams in a more prominent location, you should go ahead and create a login. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the login. I already have a login, but for those of you who don't, you can go ahead and create a login right here, put in a username, some information, and select your favorite teams. I'm going to go ahead and go back and go ahead and log in. And my parents went to Michigan State and Fresno State, so those are 2 teams that I really follow along. And those favorite teams will be shown right up front and center, right when you go ahead and go to the main website. So you don't have to go ahead and search for your teams. They're highlighted in gold everywhere. So Fresno State's going to be in the top 25, so it's ranked in gold or selected in gold. And then you have the games that are highlighted in gold as well. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to see, but you can go right up front as the games are going on. You can go ahead and go to the website and it'll tell you straight up real quickly where your favorite teams are going to be. That go ahead and completes the homepage for Rankings Right Now. Really would love for you to go ahead and like, subscribe, and go ahead and create a login. This should be a really fun ride. Thank you very much.